West Virginia, July 4th, Keys Gap, Virginia Route 9 parking area north to Harpers Ferry Center. We arrived at the Keys Gap AT parking lot at 6:30. The staff at the ATC had told us that the Key Gap parking lot was not a safe place to leave a car as vehicles have been reported vandalized there. So Dave dropped me off here and I was going to be heading north. However, there was a car in the parking lot and the brake lights kept going on and off. So there was someone in the car and it was kind of scary. So Dave walked with me on the trail until we were far enough from the parking lot. We said our goodbyes, and Dave headed back to the car to drive to the AT Center, where he would be heading south. I tried to quicken my pace so that I could make more distance from the parking lot. I had hiked past 3 tents that were set up about a mile in from the parking lot and began to feel safer now, so I took out my MP3 player and slowed my speed down to a more relaxing pace. I believed that I had heard an owl in the distance before I had put my headphones on. I had met up with Dave at around 4 o'clock, so we were moving pretty good on this section of the trail. He had told me that he had looked for the view that overlooked Harpers Valley after climbing up about 800 feet, but did not see any. We walked the Sandy Hawk Bridge Trail to the power lines to see if we could find the overlook of Harpers Valley that we had seen in the AT magazines. However, we did not find it. We separated, and I made the descent to the bridge over the Potomac River. It was a very hot and humid walk on the bridge walk. However, I did see a fawn and a mink on the trail today during my hike, so that was nice. I reached the ATC and I spoke with a staff member about the view of Harpers Valley. He had told me that the view in the magazine was not taken from the AT and that it taken from another trail that was not near the AT. I had asked the staff where the border of West Virginia and Virginia was. He told me that it was at Keys Gap where Dave had dropped me off. So I was excited that we had also finished West Virginia. We found out after we had got back home that we had actually not finished West Virginia. There was still another 10 miles that ran along the West Virginia and Virginia line that went in and out of West Virginia before it is no longer in West Virginia. I had seen a lot of wildflowers on this trip: Indian cucumber, wintergreen, white Caribbean, oxeye daisies, orange hawkweed, Turk's cap lilies, wild geraniums, and common milkweed under the power lines.